Hey guys, what's up? Lightboltjoe here. Today we're going to discuss the 2008 cinematic masterpiece action-adventure comedy film Iron Man, directed by Jon Favreau, starring Jon Favreau, Robert Downey Jr., Gwyneth Paltrow, Jeff Bridges, Clark Gregg, Terrence Howard. Now, Terrence Howard as Rhodey this is the only appearance as Terrence Howard as Rhodey. Moving forward in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, he was replaced. So we'll talk about that as the movies go on. This is the first Marvel Cinematic Universe film, produced by Kevin Feige, produced by Stan Lee. This was originally distributed by Paramount. Disney didn't get the rights towards the Marvel studio brand until 2010, I think. And then Avengers in 2012 was the first Disney property Marvel movie. And then here we are 7 years later, and all of the 20 films that have been out have just been glorious. We're going to go through them movie by release date, minus the ones I've already reviewed. And we're just going to talk about plot in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, not so much on the comic book to screen accurates, plot-wise, character-wise, costume-wise, kind of a thing. So the plot of Iron Man, 2008's Iron Man, is Tony Stark is this billionaire playboy who is then kidnapped by these Afghan terrorists in Afghanistan, because his business partner, Obadiah Stane, puts a hit on him, basically, to get rid of the golden goose boy, as he says it. Gwyneth Paltrow plays Pepper Potts. Greg Clark plays Agent Coulson. So this is the first time we see Coulson in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Jon Favreau is the director, but he also plays Happy Hogan, who is Tony's chauffeur, if you will, bodyguard chauffeur. This is the first time we're introduced to Dummy, the robot that extinguishes Tony multiple times. So Tony eventually escapes the Afghan cave in a makeshift Iron Man suit, Mach 1. Mach 2 of the Iron Man suit is another iteration when he gets back to Malibu. Mach 3 is the gold and red iteration. So we technically have 3 iterations of the Iron Man suit in this film. Stainer steals the arc reactor in Tony's chest piece, keeping the shrapnel away from his heart. That was a part of the explosion, which caused his kidnapping. So Stainer put the Tony's arc reactor, in his own suit. So then there was a suit versus suit battle, and then there was a public press conference at the end where Tony Stark says, "I am Iron Man." Now, fun fact about that was not in the script. Robert literally just got up to the podium and improvised, and it worked perfectly because that literally crafted the character that Robert Downey Jr. brought into the mix. Now, it's cool. This film is very important on many levels. That's the basic plot points, right? This film is very important on many levels because this was Robert's comeback movie, basically. He had a lot of legal issues within the 90s, and then early 2000s, came back strong with this film, and he has been a role model for many youth within the last 11 years of him playing this character. Bravo to Robert, bravo to his family, well-deserved, amazing human for what he's accomplished and turning the whole, turning the new page, new chapter. Now, I have the Steelbook from 2008, the DVD release Steelbook, right? My brother gave this to me Christmas 2008, and it's very sentimental to me. But this is the first time I ever saw a steelbook for a case. Obviously, these are kind of obsolete at this point because everything is digital. We have all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe's film on our Vudu account, so it's obsolete, but it's weird watching this on DVD, remembering how 2008 was, because I saw it twice in theaters, but when you put a DVD in, you get trailers before the actual main disc menu. So it's very different. It's very different than it was 11 years ago, comparatively to say you watch film now. And that's a good thing, because this film is talking about MySpace. It has these phones that are just starting with video chatting, but you still have the standard, ABC on the one button kind of a thing. Technology changed so much, obviously, within the last decade, and it's nice to see that represented within film and to have everything correlate into other iterations of this character, other iterations of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that this was the first film to start it. This was also the first Marvel film to have a post-credit scene. we are introduced to Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury in this post-credit scene, seeing him with the 3 scratches on his eye patch, says, Tony Stark, you don't know how big the world is that you just got yourself involved into. I need to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative. And because of Captain Marvel, we just found out why the Avengers Initiative was called the Avengers Initiative, and how Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury got this 3 scratches on his face because of Goose the cat, and the Flurkin alien cat, and then the eye patch as well. So that's the point of Captain Marvel. I know we just talked about it recently in a past review, but that it was a filler movie. It just showed us backstory and certain character development points. So it's nice getting answers 11 years later when we're first introduced to a character 11 years ago, right? So then, moving forward, the next one is The Incredible Hulk, Marvel Cinematic Universe film, and Tony Stark's in it. Nick Fury has a little point kind of a thing. But it's important to see how those films interact to Captain America, to Thor, to Avengers, to Iron Man 2, to show how all of these things are connected. And this is the movie that started it. This is the movie that was groundbreaking and started it, and I am so happy that I've been a fan for 11 years of this film series. Of course I knew who Iron Man was growing up in the 90s. You had all the Marvel cartoons going on. You had all the comics and stuff. But Robert Downey's Tony Stark is an iconic character within cinematic history, and I am very proud to see how that has grown and evolved for actors and actresses everywhere. Taking a character, sticking with it, adapting, changing the character development as appropriate because everyone evolves, and to see how he is going to be now with Avengers Infinity War. Will he live? Will he die? We shall see. What did you guys think of the very first Iron Man from 2008? I love it. We should mahalo, guys.